sick of it yet.
No, we're loving it.
We're totally loving it.
We're loving it.
Last week was outrageous with the chili. That was such a...
That was a fun one.
Fun, decadent, delicious, over the top.
It was. It was so delicious.
So now we're getting ready for Valentine's Day.
We are. It's exciting.
And what we baked today was your idea. So tell us about what you love to do for your family on Valentine's Day.
I've got a lot of kids, and what I've always done is made heart-shaped pizza.
Love
okay?
it.
And
I've been wondering how to make a heart shape out of the pizza dough, so I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's real easy.
Okay.
And then we're going to be making these chocolate marshmallow surprise cookies that I adapted from Martha Stewart that I've been doing for probably 15 years every Valentine's Day. And it is delicious. So, and also, you know, you don't only not only do you set the mood for your baking day and all the endeavors of being domesticated, but also our mom used to do something kind of fun, and I don't know if she quit when you came along.
Yeah, I know.
But for Valentine's Day, Mom always did balloons and chocolates. Did she continue with you?
Mom did cute special things with me. I don't have a memory of anything being specific like that. But
it was always balloons and chocolate.
Because you got to remember, you were 10 years older, so 16 when I was 6, 17 when I was 7. So you were really involved in a lot of my memory magic as a child. You did a lot of baking and cooking and fun too.
Yeah.
So I kind of blend that all, you know, Mom could rely on you a lot.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. She's like, listen, today Anna has a dentist appointment. You need to get some groceries. Yeah, so it was stuff like that. But
oh, Jenny, well, you came to my parent lunch day.
I did.
It's in my book actually, when you came to my parent lunch day, and the boys thought that you were super hot, and I was real bitter about it. So they're like, oh, can I come over to your house to hang? Because when Jenny came to she just left the Estee Lauder counter. She comes to my lunch at in my elementary school. You come to my lunch because Mom and Dad couldn't make it, so you come.
Yeah.
So there's other parents there, and then there's Jenny. So then we're on the playground afterwards, and all these boys were like, can I come over to your house? And I was like, well, sure, why? Oh, wait, now I know why. And so then I'm like, oh, like she'd be into a kid who just peed his pants last week. Shut up, Ralph. So anyway, I actually have that in the book about.
Oh my God.
You know.
Oh my God.
It was like Candace Cameron came to visit us from Full House or something. I was like, she's here for me, guys.
Yes. It was a lunch date.
It was a lunch date. So anyway.
It was a lunch date, but you know, Mom always did, and I continued on the legacy. Okay, it's a legacy. Mm-hmm. It really is, the tradition. But yet it's kind of like a legacy. It's like, remember when? But, and our kids remember these things. One of my boys said something so sweet to me, because they remember so much of the things that we do. And so it's important that our children see us reading the Bible, when we're planning our lives, the way we even cook and bake and approach life. Will never externalize those feelings until they're older. My son Gabe, I was gonna say, when he moved out, he's 20, he moved out into his own place, and he texted me one morning a couple weeks after, and he goes, Mom, I miss waking up and seeing you plan. Yeah. And I thought, that was so cute. He just remembers me in my favorite spot, planning, and so they remember that kind of stuff. They're watching you.
The girls are gonna be like, Mom, I miss waking up and seeing you in your robe with that high bun and yesterday's makeup. Making fun of Dad and laughing to yourself way too loud, and then sitting there until about noon.
Right.
Like, I know. I love you too, baby. I love you too.
Oh, I know. And you know, just when you think that they don't want that tradition to continue, oh, they do. Because I've been doing balloons and chocolates, and I've even added something where we do like a treasure hunt for like a big game or something like that for Xbox or something like that. They have to follow the clues. Well, last year, I remember thinking, who cares? They're big, and what does Blaine know? It's fine, you know. And it was one of the worst Valentine's days that they've ever had. So, lesson learned, it doesn't matter. And my 16-year-olds, my 17-year-olds, they're just like, I can't believe it. I mean,
yeah.
No balloon? What day is it? I mean, I thought it was Valentine's Day. They look forward to it. They just do.
Yeah. I want to do something romantic for my girls, maybe chocolates or flowers, and just really,
yes,
because they're girly to the max. So we've got a full day ahead of us.
We do.
And then, now let's talk about our pizza.
Let's. Okay. Because, you know, seriously, us women, us moms and adults need to think for us too.
In the YouTube comments, someone, and I wish I remembered the name, she was like, this bread recipe looks so good, girls, but if you can figure out a way to eat this much bread and stay slim, please let me know. Yeah. And I was like, actually, if you find a way, please let us know. But so pizza to me can just make my fingers turn into sausages. What I love to do when it comes to pizza, especially if you don't want to, you know, self-loathe afterwards, because I could eat a whole one by myself, is that I love to have a huge salad on the side.
Yes.
And then I like to have a more sophisticated pizza. So tell everybody what kind we're making for ourselves. The kids are going to get pepperoni.
They're getting pepperoni.
Shape. What are we going to have?
Well, we're going to do a Kamut whole wheat crust.
Yes.
Delicious. Because hearty,
yes.
Hearty, delicious, sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
And then we're going to do a fig, like a fig spread.
So we got like a fig jam. We're going to lather that while it's still warm. Okay, and then...
I was actually thinking maybe caramelized onions. She didn't even know that.
I thought it was just prosciutto and goat cheese. Put the caramelized onions
It has to
all
be done.
over it.
It has to be done.
And we got prosciutto?
Of course.
Goat cheese?
Goat cheese.
Oh, I love goat cheese.
Yes.
And then maybe like a balsamic drizzle?
And a balsamic glaze. So, you know, whatever us moms need to, and you know, Ann and I have talked about this, whatever you need to do to kind of alter, you know, whether you just want plain just sophistication for you and your husband on that day to make it romantical, or if you need to make a couple switches in it so that you're eating what you need to do for your own specific diet, then do it. I think pizza is an easy thing to alter, to change
Make
up.
whatever you want. And whatever
any
you
topping
feel like.
on it or any crust. But I love Kamut because it is one of those grains that hasn't been touched or altered. So
we're gonna make
the original grain.
We're gonna make a beautiful salad.
Yes.
And then we're just gonna
green
have
salad.
that
Make
slice
it
of
with
our
the dressing that our mom always did. The olive oil and
olive
vinegar.
oil vinegar. Keep it simple so that it doesn't steal the show.
No, it's just greens.
And then that kind of fills you up and then makes you just feel so good about your little slice of pizza.
Of heaven.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's
do it.
Okay, guys, here we are ready to go.
Pizza dough time.
Pizza dough. So we already have some rising. Just kind of want to show you. But obviously they're in too small of a bowls too. But this is the white crust for the kids.
Look at this baby.
We've got to punch this down. This is the Kamut. Kind of swirl around and get in there. That one is the Kamut whole wheat one and whole grain. And we're excited about that one because that's going to be our adult pizza, right?
Yep. I think kids will like it too, but in case they don't, little something.
Kids might. I think kids they may like that especially if your kids are used to whole wheat varieties. But it tastes like whole wheat. Makes a really great hearty crust. So,
yay!
Yum. So first we're going to go ahead and make. This is a tried and true pizza crust recipe adapted from Emeril Lagasse, of course. You guys know I love him.
You're obsessed with Emeril.
I'm obsessed. And I've been making this for a solid 25 years, no joke. Almost every week for 25 years, okay? So this is a doubled recipe, and I do this because, number one, it's so versatile. So you can use it for, number one, you can put the dough in the fridge, in a bag. We'll talk about that in a minute. You can put that in and it'll last up to 5 days. So in other words, you can pinch off a piece of the dough and make pizzas for lunch in a snap.
Yeah, love that.
So it's just, you keep your sauce in there. Now, it's 3 cups warm water, and then it's 2.5 teaspoons or 2 packets of yeast, which is equivalent to 2¼ teaspoons in each packet. Okay. So, oh, I need some sugar. Darn it.
Where is it?
Okay, so, and then we're gonna do just a good tablespoon of sugar, kind of swirl it around, and we'll get it proofed.
So wonky.
I feel like mine is like high to the moon, but
Hey, higher the hair, the closer to God.
hey, I like that.
They say that in Texas.
Okay, so this is nice and proofed and ready to go. So we're gonna add now, it's just such a simple recipe. We're gonna add some tablespoon of salt. And then we're going to add a cup of, I use extra virgin olive oil. But you can use whatever oil you like actually, you know, vegetable, light olive oil. And then this is one of those where you're gonna be adding, this is doubled, so it's gonna probably be 6, but it depends on the humidity in your home. So just do it after 3 cups, just do a cup by cup. And we're just using an all-purpose flour. We like King Arthur.
Yes. Favorite flour brand. When we're not milling our own.
Right.
But we haven't done it in a while. We need to do that.
We are.
Soon.
Way more often we will be doing it, as well as doing our sourdough. Our sourdoughs are now, we feel like they're kind of like mature now, right?
Yep, exactly.
So we're going to be whipping up some of our sourdough breads, and
I've still been feeding Babs.
yep, me,
So-
Claire, they're doing good. Make sure you turn it down to 2. So I'm going to actually pour the rest of this in here. You can kind
So
of
it's
smell
about
it.
6 cups.
Yep. Now, some of the fun things you can do to your crust if you're feeling jazzed and just want to be sassy and spicy and just things fun. I've added, you can season up your crust. So I've done like granulated garlic with a little bit of dried basil and oregano in my crust, like a couple tablespoons each, and it just really makes a really delicious crust. Okay, so we are now giving the dough a little bit of a knead. This was kind of sitting a little bit with a little bit of olive oil, but I'm gonna knead it in. And then we're just going to stick it in our bowl to rise until doubled. And then we're ready to make pizzas.
I know, I'm hungry again. Every episode I was joking with Jenny that people are like, she's hungry. Because I am. I always save my appetite for baking day.
I know, right? Why
So
wouldn't you?
whenever we start eating, I'm a little too
Ravished. Earnest. Well, you know, you got to try out the foods. It's all good.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we're going
gonna
to
do
make
Kamut.
our Kamut Crust, which is so delicious. And all we're doing is doing the same recipe, just using Kamut flour.
Why is Kamut better than like a typical AP flour?
You know, it hasn't been tampered with.
A whole ancient grain.
It's an ancient grain, so it has not been tampered with. It's not hybridized.
Right.
And that's important, right? It also has it's a powerhouse.
A nutritional
powerhouse.
It has a lot of the vitamins, minerals, really a lot of protein. And so I think the point here is that if we're going to eat, we want to eat the best, and we want it to give us as much nutritional value as possible.
Yep.
And we want to be able to digest it as best as we can too.
As best as we can. I think one step further would be just to mill your own, and I actually will have to do it, but I have Kamut grains.
Okay.
So I'll have to do that one day. But
Yeah.
this is just some organic, and it's organic. So
Lots of
bam,
magnesium.
lots of good stuff we're doing here. So 3 cups warm water, and we're gonna do our yeast.
Yesterday wasn't. Why am I talking about this while you're? We were supposed to be filming, not talking about my dietary habits.
I know, but you're over there, so I thought we would be
Okay, so
cutting.
you put in 3 cups. You put in 3 cups of warm water.
Warm water.
You put some sugar in.
Don't do too warm because it'll kill the yeast. So we're gonna go ahead and make our Kamut, which is exactly just like our all-purpose pizza dough.
We're just using Kamut
And we're just using Kamut in replace of it. And while that's rising, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our surprise chocolate cookies. Let's go. We like our milk to have oil in it. Okay, we are ready to make our chocolate surprise cookies.
Oh
okay,
my gosh,
these are
I'm
going to
so
be delicious.
excited.
Your kids are, no, seriously, your kids are going to request these from here on out.
Yum.
Yeah, because they're a surprise. You take a bite out of it and it's a nice marshmallow goo. It's amazing. So we're doing, of course, our Vital Farms butter, grass-fed butter. It's grass-fed. 2 sticks of softened butter. Now this is a doubled recipe.
Yeah, because I got to bring some home, and so does Jen.
So you don't have to do that. Now, if you were to half this that we're going to do, it's going to make 2 dozen. So we're making 4 dozen, but this is the beauty of
4
baking.
dozen.
It'll make 4 dozen. It'll make 4 dozen.
2 dozen.
Well, no, the doubled recipe will make 4 dozen.
Freeze it. Freeze it. She's
Yeah.
got an event coming up. That's why we're doing this.
Well, yeah, it's not a big deal. Honestly, just freeze them, and then you can. And I would freeze them without the frosting, and then you just frost on the day of the party.
Okay.
That's the whole idea too, is that you're making enough to freeze, and you can bring stuff out for lunches, for whatever. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
do it.
do it. If you've got the freezer space, I always make sure that my freezer's cleaned out before my baking day. Pro tip.
Pro tip.
She's making fun of me because of my pro tips.
I wasn't making fun of you. I do the editing of these videos, and
Right.
so when I got to sit there through her pro tips, I'm like, wrap it up, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
wrap it up. Before my baking days, I'm always in my freezer, making sure it's cleaned out. I get rid of stuff like, you know, how long has this been in here? That kind of a thing. And I get it cleaned out and I get it squared away so that I can lay my cookies down nice. I'm ready to put my quick breads, anything that I need to freeze.
Okay, so now we're gonna we got our butter, and then we got to cream our butter and our sugars, right?
Yep, so we've got 2 sticks of butter and 2 cups of granulated sugar. We are using an unprocessed granulated sugar, so if you can, get the best that you can find.
Yep.
So we're gonna beat this up, but if not, you're still doing good. It's better than store-bought.
Exactly.
I mean, you just I always did whatever my budget would allow me to do at the time.
Yep.
It definitely didn't stop me from baking.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add our eggs, 2 eggs. Kind of doing one at a time. You're like, Jenny, how long do you have to whip? I whip it and I whip it good, okay? Seriously, you
Yeah,
have
because
to.
it makes it fluffier.
It does, it really does. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our dry. Okay, now we're going to be adding our cocoa. Love you.
All right, we're adding cocoa now.
This is 1.5 cups doubled. And now we're adding this is our soda and salt, and so adding that as well. That's a teaspoon of soda and a teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna just get this kind of incorporated a little bit. And then we're going to be adding our flour, and we have 3.5 cups of flour when you're doubling it. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add the milk, which is a cup. And then we're just gonna slowly add our flour. We're gonna add a little bit of our fresh vanilla. Give it a splash. Forgot to add it in there with the homemade vanilla, which is just sick.
Who makes your own homemade vanilla?
Right.
Me now.
Right. Oh, see, look at that nice, it's a nice thick dough.
Do we need to try it?
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, it's really thick. Very doughy.
It's a cross between,
Thick cookie dough and bread dough.
yep, yeah. Oh, it's good. Okay, so now we're gonna be using a cookie scoop. Get these in the oven, and we'll show you the surprise and how we make it so amazing next. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and scoop out our cookies. Now, I don't recommend you make them small or big, like a monster cookie. Keep them nice and, you know, dollop size like this.
They're already decadent. Right?
Yeah, and they're gonna have frosting. So you want these to be just like, they're literally decadent.
So
yeah, they're decadent bites. So, or you can use that little cookie scoop that you can get.
Yeah,
at
we
Target
just
or
spent
Best
5 minutes looking for hers and we couldn't find it.
No,
So
the kids probably have it in their rooms. I remember my girlfriend Shannon, she's like, well, I was trying to put all the kids' toys away and I just found my spatula, my favorite wooden spoon, and my cake frosting.
I've lost spatulas to my girls. One time they took it, like, got it down the vent.
Oh my gosh. We're live, you know.
No, they've got Bruno. I'm not getting any more pets that I have to take care of. You know, Jenny teaches me so much by her mistakes. I'm like, note to self, don't get your kids a bunch of pets.
Yeah. Actually, we still have a snake loose in the house. So anyway, off these go, like 8 minutes.
8 minutes in the 350.
And we actually wanted to cook it just a little bit less than done because we're going to actually put some marshmallows on top and pop them in for another minute. Let's go.
Oh, look, here's yummy hot cocoa. When do we start making the pizza?
I know.
I'm starting to get like...
Well, obviously now, look at it. We should probably get the pizza in the oven, then make the frosting.
Yeah, can we please?
Yeah. Okay, we have the cookies in the oven, so we're gonna just whip up the frosting so it's ready to go when the cookies are cooled. So this is actually the same frosting that is on our Hershey cake, birthday cake, my birthday cake, okay? You know, it's a winner. It's a classic chocolate buttercream. So we've got a 1/2 cup of softened butter, we've got 3 cups of powdered sugar, and we've got, I think it's a 3/4 cup of cocoa, 2/3 cup. So, and then we got a 1/3 cup milk. Delicious, nice and whipped. We're just gonna go ahead and put this aside and get our cookies out.
Yay! I'm so hungry, Val, and it is taking everything in me to not eat that frozen pizza.
Yeah, she's serious right now.
Like I'm just staring at you.
What? That was good. Okay, here we go. They are done.
Ooh.
This is what they look like. Super delish. Okay, so our cookies are out. Now, how I've kind of adapted it is that we've got our frosting all ready. So delish. Got our frosting ready. It's ready to go. And our spatula. And then we have mini marshmallows that we're going to use. Now, in Martha Stewart's recipe, she calls to snip a large marshmallow in half and put it on. Let me tell you, over the years, that's just kind of been a real sticky kind of pain in the butt. So now you want to do this right away. So I'm using mini marshmallows and I'm just kind of pressing them in.
Do these get baked again or do they just?
They do, they get baked again. Do 2 if you need to on some if they're
a smaller cookie.
Yep, and just get it in there. Well, my famous thing that I would do was I would make cookies for the kids in my 20s, eat the dough, be sick, make cookies, and you know,
have like 3 cookies left and then judge everybody for eating them. You're like, haven't you had enough?
Right. I mean, enough is enough. See me? I don't need to have any. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna put it in for like 1 to 2 minutes. No more than that. Okay, you guys, what we're gonna do? We're ready to make our pizzas. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, quite
so Jenny just blew my mind because she's got a large 28-ounce can of crushed, and then she has a smaller
8 ounce,
almost 10.75 ounce. Oh, like why? Why are you like? They did
anyway,
even 10 weirdos.
Yeah, no doubt.
Or 12 or 11. Okay, but anyway, whenever I've made my own pizza sauce, I've like sauteed it on in a saute pan, and I've kind of cooked it and let it kind of come to a boil. Mm-hmm. You just dump it on.
Yeah, it's actually, I used to do that too. It's best if you don't. The flavors are more brighter when you don't.
Wow, so fresher?
Fresher.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm using crushed. Now, whatever your kids like, some kids are like, do I detect a clump? Okay, but crushed I can do. But if you like to crush your own, I mean, seriously, that's really good too. I mean, so whatever you want to do. Now, for mine, I do like to sweeten it a little bit. Okay. So this is probably I'm gonna do about a tablespoon is all. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of salt. Okay.
About a teaspoon or a quarter.
That's a pinch of black pepper. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of this is granulated salt, so I gotta take it easy because
Too salty.
Too salty. Now, what I like to do, it's a cheat, is Italian seasoning for my pizza, sauce. I'm doing a big handful. Take the lid off. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're just going to stir it. And you know what? You're done. Okay. And of course, this will last in your fridge up to a week, maybe even 2. But that way, if you want to make pizzas, then you can taste it to make sure it's on point. But look at how gorgeous that is.
Eat a spoonful of that.
I know. But you know, you can, if you leave your pizza crust, you can pinch off a piece, make it for dinner, put the rest in the fridge, leave it in a greased Ziploc bag in your fridge. You're gonna have to let it go. Don't Ziploc it shut when you put it in your fridge to retard it, because it's gonna blow up and it's bust the bag and it's gonna spill over and it's gonna be horrible. You gotta give it some air for a little bit, come back to it a couple hours later, press it down, then seal it, then you're good to go. It's good, it's retarded then, and it'll last in the fridge for up to 5 days, which is so amazing because now you can make pizzas all week long, or pull a piece off and roll it out, and then you can also save this in your fridge too for a quick pizza. You know, you'll be surprised how many people stop in. Now, my older kids will stop in, you know, you never know, and just say, hey, I'm gonna pop in a pizza. And you just pop it in. It's so easy to have on hand. So here we've got a little bit of olive oil. You can use your fingers, just kind of get it all around. Now for this is gonna be the kids' pizza, okay? So we're gonna kind of shape.
Yeah, this is the heart process. I'm really interested about how this goes.
Yeah, now, mind you, I have not made it for a little bit in the shape of a heart, but it was always a success. So what we're gonna do is roll it out. I'm gonna roll this out with my favorite rolling pin. Okay, now what you can do is simply cut it. That's one way.
Okay.
That really just kind of easy. Plunk the rest in with the rest of your dough. So now I'm gonna just get it in while it's like this.
And then scrunch it back up again.
Yep, but it's doing good.
Good.
Now, and anyways, you really kind of, with all bread dough, pizza dough, you gotta let a little bit, wait for the gluten to relax. That's why it has that bounce back feature, yeah. So we're just gonna let it kind of sit for a minute while we get the rest of our toppings, but their pizza's gonna be amazing. It's just gonna be simple. It's just gonna be pepperoni, so.
Yeah, yum.
With our sauce, so man, happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
guys.
Valentine's Day.
Okay guys, we are going to just pressing it back out. That olive oil underneath really doesn't help matters, okay? But you need it to be, I like the olive oil in the pan. When I do one with a paddle, which we're gonna do with
our Kamut,
one, we're gonna shove it onto a stone. Yeah. That one we use the cornmeal. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put, now you'd think that this is, you know, easy, you know, you're gonna, but believe it or not, you can put too much sauce on.
I thought that's an impossibility until I did put too much sauce on.
It's a real deal.
Yeah, it ruins the pizza.
You can't put too much and you can't do too little.
Yeah.
So I would have to say that what I have here, I have found is the perfect amount. So, bam. Yeah. Then of course we're using some organic mozzarella. You can also add too much mozzarella. But maybe that's a personal choice. I like a little bit where it just
shows you that balance is important. No matter what.
It just is. And I just think, and guess what? Now this is something that I have come to find out. Are you pepperoni underneath or on top?
On top.
You gotta do the pepperoni on top. Now, when you order a pizza out, a lot of times their pepperoni is underneath. And guess what? It's soggy and it's not crispy and it's stupid.
I'm a supreme kind of girl.
So am I.
I like put everything on it.
Everything,
I want olives.
and honestly,
I want bell peppers. I want mushrooms. I want meat.
Listen, I only want the onion underneath. But I like it on top too. Yeah, but everything else goes on top.
Onion can go underneath, exactly.
And then a little Parmesan. So it's the mozzarella, then you put your toppings on, and then you put Parmesan on top of that. That's how I do my pizza dip, because I like to be able to see
Great.
those toppings.
You know what I do for my husband? My husband's a big barbecue. He loves pulled pork. So instead of tomato sauce, I use barbecue sauce. And then I put pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork over the top of it with cheddar cheese. And then sometimes I'll put pineapple on it because he loves the pineapple. And then when it's done, I drizzle barbecue sauce over the top.
Oh yeah, I've done a barbecue pizza before and a barbecue chicken. Okay, now what I love to do, because it's classy, I put a little bit of dried parsley on top, okay? And you know what else? Sometimes just a real light, little bit of granulated salt. We're talking light. Light.
Kiss.
You give it a kiss because it's zesting, it's layering flavors all the way through. I mean, hi. Happy Valentine's Day, family.
I love it. I can't wait to make it for the girls.
Let's get this in. Now I put mine in at 500 degrees. I always like my pizza oven, which is what it is going to be today.
Yeah.
500. It has to be scorching hot. It just makes sure that crust, I've just experimented and it's the best. So, and that was probably about 8 to 12 minutes too. So then it'll be done. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and do our Kamut Crust while our heart pizza's in the oven. And so here it is, I've got cornmeal rubbed on my paddle. Now, mind you, you don't have to do this. If you don't have a stone, you don't have a panel, you don't wanna do this, don't do it. Do it on just a baking sheet or even a pizza round. It doesn't matter. It's kind of fun though to do it on a stone. You really get a different, the crust, a crust difference when you do that. And stones are fun. You are supposed to leave those in the oven. Keep them in the oven before you're baking, get them piping hot. So mine's in my 500-degree oven right now. And so I'm gonna actually cut around because, go girl. I've only got so much room on my...
So this obviously doesn't behave like a regular pizza dough.
It doesn't. It's just like a whole wheat crust. Yeah. So, and what you're gonna wanna do is definitely get it on your, to top it. So don't top it and then wonder how you're gonna, I've done that.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, so you gotta get it on. Give it a shake, make sure that so you gotta make sure you got enough cornmeal. This is gonna be rustic looking and delicious.
We're kind of winging this on the fly. That's actually the fun part about these pizzas is that you can just decide what you're gonna do.
Because we're gonna be doing the prosciutto, fig, and goat cheese. I think it's probably good to do a flash. So we'll par bake because you wanna get that goat cheese probably just maybe even a tad ooey.
Yeah, you do.
You might just add a little bit of...
I mean, come on. What's it gonna hurt?
What's it gonna hurt?
It's not going to. It's gonna be absolutely delicious.
Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pop this in and get it par baked. I would say probably, geez, 4 or 5 minutes, no more than that, I would think. Yeah. Okay guys, the pizza's ready and your family's going to absolutely love it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
It's the perfect Valentine's Day meal. Fun. Wrap your lips around that.
What have I done to deserve this?
Oh, geez. Oh my gosh.
Pow chocolate. The cookie's crunchy.
Yes.
The marshmallow is gooey. Mm-hmm. And the frosting on top is soft and luxurious.
Oh my gosh. Isn't it good?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Mini toast.
For about 5 minutes?
Yep. We are doing our caramelized onions. Drizzle drazzle of the olive oil.
You know, I don't like to brag, whoops, that's fine. I don't like to brag about a lot of my skills in the kitchen, but if there are 2 things I can do, it's whisk and saute. I mean, I crush it every time, except for when my girls distract me and they're like, Mommy, Poppy says when she needs like to get, you know, when she goes to the bathroom, she needs a little help with the wiping. She's like, oh, look at the poo. So that's the only time I'm not good at sauteing.
Right.
Is when I have to stop with the oven on and go wipe somebody's butt.
No doubt.
And
so we're going to be generous with the olive oil, and we're going to also probably do a sprinkling of salt. It can really take an annoyingly long amount of time.
like 20 minutes probably, yeah. Okay, I don't have any butts to wipe, so I'm going to be at this for about a good solid 20 minutes.
Oh, and our crust is done.
Oh my gosh, our crust is done. See, this is when you hurt the saute.
Let's see. Oh, buddy.
Ooh.
Take it easy, Bertha. That's hot. It's like gluing my eyes shut. I know. We'll close it. We're going to go ahead and get the paddle.
Oh.
Stop. Yeah. It's a weight game. We're going to just let this sit for a little bit, and we're going to put on our...
Look at this multitasking.
I know. Well, it's...
What can I not do, you guys? What can I not do?
We probably should try a sliver of the heart pizza.
Duh, let's do that right now.
We're going to try it. So we're going to try just a little bit of this, because it's what we do.
You have to make sure that it tastes good.
Well, obviously.
Fluffy. Look how fluffy it is.
That crust
with Jenny's hair stuck all over it is phenomenal.
Yum.
Ah,
delicious.
the dough is the star of the show.
It is. It always is. Oh, but that sauce.
You do not have to cook your tomato sauce.
Isn't it bright? It's delicious. The brightness of it, the deliciousness of it
is perfect. Yum.
Ready to top. We had par baked this for, what was it, 5-6 minutes?
Yep.
Now we have our caramelized onions and
prosciutto, goat cheese, a fig jam. Normally we'd love to put arugula on this, but we're gonna make a big side salad.
yes.
Well, you wanna put the jam on first.
Well, I was thinking, okay, well, I was thinking dollops, but maybe not.
I like to spread it on like a sauce. Do you not like that?
What? Okay.
Take two. We're putting on some fig jam.
Okay.
Okay, so almost like a sauce. So use the fig jam as a sauce. This gives it the perfect amount of sweet against the salty goat cheese and prosciutto. Oh yeah.
Yum.
Okay, now what do you think? Should we do the caramelized onions then?
Yeah, let's totally do it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I'm gonna use my fork here.
So,
and these are really sweet.
Yeah.
When you caramelize them.
Like I was saying, we're gonna have a beautiful side salad. So putting
Yes.
arugula on this would be perfect if that was like the only thing you were eating. Put arugula for that peppery bite and freshness. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dollop that goat cheese.
You know what I'm saying?
We have dolloped goat cheese and we have dolloped the prosciutto.
I mean, stop. This is too much.
Way too much.
Now let's go ahead and put this in for just, we're gonna kind of monitor it, 1 to 2 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So when it goes in and again, boy, that oven really seals
It
your lashes
seals
together.
your lashes
well, it's on
together.
500 degrees.
Yeah.
So you have to like, okay.
Yep, hot tamales.
Okay.
Okay, look at that beauty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, so kind of what we are lining up to do is we're going to let this sit for just a second. We're going to frost. We're going to kind of sit down and really enjoy this.
I know. Yeah, we are.
Okay, so I know this is, very kid friendly because it is, but it's also adult friendly.
Yes.
So we're going to, before we do that, I think while it's hot,
Do the glaze.
okay, now you can make your own balsamic reduction, but this is also another next best thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a big old handful of arugula on that if you're not having a salad, will you please?
Yeah, because the green would really, if you could even imagine it. So that'll be our touch, but we're gonna, now we're going
almost dress that salad and then put it on top of
You could.
Oh, yum.
We'll probably do that when we eat our salad.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I like that idea.
The vinegar will taste
Let's do it right now.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we just thought of this.
Yeah.
We're going to dress this, just drizzle some olive oil. This is Mom's famous recipe.
Now I have exact ratios, and we can give that to you, but we just kind of eyeball it. It's just...
Yeah, and you just keep taste testing until you get it right. Whenever we have a holiday, if we're
It's like
the salad, it's like
someone
taste
tastes
it.
the salad. Someone tastes the salad.
All right, so that was
Black
olive
pepper.
oil, balsamic. You can use a apple cider vinegar or a wine vinegar, red wine vinegar.
Yep.
Just give it a
Balsamic is
toss.
super yummy and will really, I mean, obviously be great with what we're already doing.
Okay. Yeah, that has to go on top of the pizza.
You're so right. So, I mean, we want to...
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
And we'll just kind of, what's great is that you can just then actually put this on the table, on the kitchen table.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, I'm ready.
Wow. Okay, and what we're gonna do though, real quick, we'll put this on the table, get ready for us, but let's frost ourselves. Let's frost our cookies.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we deserve it.
Okay. I gotta get flaky salt like that.
I'm actually getting angry.
Okay. Flipped to turn.
Is it hot in here? Seriously.
Boy, I really...
Okay, which one are we doing?
I don't
like
know.
this
Pick your
one.
favorite.
Okay, so now we're going to frost our cookies. I mean, be generous.
Will you please? Oh yeah. Heaven on earth.
And then everyone's like, surprise, and then, you know,
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
surprise.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
You gotta do a little bit of zazzy pizzazz. Look at this one.
Oh yeah.
This is a Target. Way to go this year. You did good. Check it.
Love it. Perfection. Adorable. Are we excited about
We're
this?
ready to have a feast. Now this is our Valentine's, this is our little Valentine's buddy lunch. It's a buddy lunch, but speaking of which, how did we call each other buddy.
Ever since I was a baby, little
Yeah.
girl.
It's crazy. Guys.
I don't know how buddy started, but we just were like, just called each other buddy.
Oh, wait.
Do you remember?
The buddy club.
So it started with Christian.
It was started with Christian, my brother, our brother. It was, I started the buddy club, and I was the leader of my siblings for sure. I mean, I would go knock on Christian's door with the clipboard. I'm like,
This is what we're doing today.
for the buddy club, we are, and then you were Filbert or something. You had names.
Oh my
like
gosh.
I was Ralph, Christian was George, and she was Filbert, and I would hold meetings. And you were in a diaper, and Christian got real bored. He was like,
Yeah,
I'm like, hear ye, get ready for the buddy club. But anyway, that's how it started, and we've been buddies ever since. Christian's,
Yeah, he's
he's out of the club.
Chris. He's out of the club.
He's out of the club. Let's dive in. Kamut Crust,
Okay.
prosciutto.
You better stop those frickin' presses.
Are you kidding me?
Okay. I don't even know.
Where do we begin? Okay, the crust.
Nutty, delicious.
Nutty, you know what? I don't think a white crust would even taste as good. A white floured crust. You need that heartiness.
I get the salt and I get the salt of the prosciutto.
It's so good.
Then the tang of the vinegar on the salad. Then then the sweetness of the fig comes in the back. With the sharpness of the goat cheese.
Those onions. Guys, we might as well just turn the camera off. This has to be brought into like the family
I
gatherings.
told you guys I can saute. Did I not saute?
The goat cheese is melty. The acid from the vinaigrette on top of that salad.
The fig and the goat cheese is like, goes together like me and John Stamos.
He doesn't age.
He's the most handsome man to ever live, and he always has been.
He doesn't age.
And my husband, he knows that my love, like Rob's just accepted it. He doesn't fight it. He doesn't act jealous. He's just like,
it is what it is. Guys, don't forget the heart cups. Now, talk about a way to love on your family. And then to offer this for like you and your husband, stop. Stop. And then when this is under your tool belt, you whip this out when you're with your girlfriends.
oh yeah. They will be like, what is this? What is this? Should we have a bite of this?
Well, we naturally. The marshmallow oozes out.
This is like fun Valentine's Day, taking care of yourself, taking care of your family. You've got to try this. It is so next level. It has every, you know, it gets the salty, sweet, the acid.
It's for sure next level. It's over the top.
John, Jenny's husband, has been yelling because he wants this, and we're like, we're not done filming yet, and he's getting really impatient.
Yeah, he's like, don't eat it all, girls. Yeah, we should get him a slice.
Happy baking day, you guys. When you make this, take pictures of us. Tag at Jenny and Anna Bake. Tag us, leave us comments. We are so excited to be baking with you. Have fun and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye, guys.
Bye.